Lindsay, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So, how's your week been?
Pretty great.
Good. Is there any big highlights? Have you moved into your house, right?
I did, yeah.
Yes. How is that going?
It's really great. My mom helps me with some stuff. She doesn't help me with others, so I have responsibility, which is really nice. I really enjoy having that. It's a clean place. I keep it clean. I actually have the calendar thing, so like that we talked about, so it helps me a lot with like what to do, when to do. And hopefully I'm getting a roommate soon. One of my friends from work. So.
Okay, so there's not someone who already lives there yet?
No.
Okay. Did you not? I remember last time we talked, you were gonna move into a condo that had
a duplex, right?
A duplex, yes.
Yes. So it has someone. So it's like two apartments in one house. So it's like half the house is like one apartment, the other one's another one.
Okay.
So there's already someone living next door, but there's no one like living with me in the duplex. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the person next door is the other person with cerebral palsy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Just want to make sure I got that. And the roommate you're getting soon, you said works with you?
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys friends? Do you just know each other from work?
We're pretty good friends now that my work schedule's pretty good, so I see her every shift.
Okay. We will talk about work, yes. How soon are they moving in?
4 weeks.
Okay, sounds good. All right. You said work's doing really well?
Yes, it's really good. I'm getting a promotion soon.
Really? That's exciting. How often are you working?
As much as I can. Probably like, I would say, 5 out of 7 days of the week.
Okay, so it's pretty regular. You're in there on a lot. Good. What's the details of your promotion?
Just higher pay and a little more responsibility on my part, which is I'm able to handle now, which is good.
Okay.
So I work at a car factory. So now I do not only do I do one thing, but I also do something else with the cars.
Okay.
So
cool. So it's not just you're on the factory belt. Are you
right.
Is it up in management yet?
No,
you're still working towards that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get there, but not yet. So.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And you've been able to get there regularly. Attendance is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only missed in the last 5 weeks. I've only missed 2 shifts.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And so we had talked about making more friends at work. I know that you had started to make more friends and meet more people. How's that going?
Really good, really good. I have a good stable group of people that I hang out with now and just play cards or watch TV or whatever we do.
Good. And you had talked about wanting to create more deeper and more meaningful relationships. How has that gone?
Pretty good. The person I'm rooming who's gonna move in with me or whatever, we've created a pretty cool bond. So she's easily becoming one of my best friends.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to the calendar you said that you got. Was it a whiteboard calendar? Is it a paper? What did you end up doing for you?
It's paper.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's really big.
Okay, cool. Do you have it hanging up? Do you have it? How do you?
Yeah. So there's my door. And there's a big white wall, kind of to the left of it. It's hanging there right by the door.
Okay. And don't really tear it off and you have a new month?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then what all, because I know different people keep calendars differently. What all do you keep on there? How do you do it?
Well, for things that I have to do, on the side of the calendar, it has a little to-do list for the week or whatever. So I do my to-dos on there, and if I don't have enough room, then I just do it on the little block for the day. Okay. But mostly I just use if I have meetings to go to, or if I have for this meeting or whatever, I'm gonna put that there. So and so blah blah 2:30 or something.
Okay.
So it's basically dates, times, and then to do is at the bottom.
Okay.
So bills at the bottom.
Good. Okay. Yeah, because we had talked about that a little bit. And so, for the bills, have you been able to keep up with all of that on time? And Because it's something new for you.
Yeah. It was hard at first, definitely. But my mom has helped me kind of keep track of it, and she helps me pay if I can't, which I normally can't. But if I can't, then
Okay, great. So that's going good for you.
Yeah.
Was that weird to get used to, having that every month?
it was, yes.
Okay. All right. For along with the bills, we talked about having like a set schedule for medications and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How we talked about, I think we talked about like a whiteboard for that too, or a list. What did you decide on that?
For medication, I do the box thing where it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
That helps, but I have a reminder on my phone. Take medicine.
Okay.
So that helps too if I forget, but I usually remember.
All right.
I remember because it's helped me create this new life that's improved. So.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So everything's going pretty good.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go over the notes from last time. And were you able to, part of the financing, or we talked about, was you were gonna go to the bank and set up a savings account.
Mm-hmm.
Did that get sorted out?
It did.
Mhm.
It's to get used to using one, but I definitely
Mhm.
set it up. We set it up, and it's all running clear now. So.
Okay. Were they able to talk to you about like being able to put money in there every month, doing direct deposit, some of it?
Yeah. The banker told me that like every paycheck you put a certain amount in. It just kind of helps with banking and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
You put like a little less than half of my paycheck in there
Okay.
every month,
Good. That's great.
or every time I get a paycheck. Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, because that'll help you like build savings.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom's gonna help you pay for the first year, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
then next year, and with this new girl moving in with me, it should be pretty easy.
Yeah, that'll definitely be
Yeah.
like a lot nicer with rent coming down and everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. So they helped you with that. That's awesome. So I talked about, we're gonna set up a budget. And did the bank tell you talk to you about that at all? Nope. Okay.
Kind of, and not extensively.
Okay. Yeah, they will sometimes, but you have to like ask about it, and I didn't know what all they had covered, so we're gonna get that out of the way.
Okay.
All right, so for a budget, I printed off one. It's just kind of like a really simple, kind of the standard, doesn't go into too much detail. But so you'll like list the money coming in for you,
Mm-hmm.
and this has things that you might not even use.
Yeah. Spouse.
Right, yeah, like doesn't really help. But so then you have the money going in, and then you'll add all that up and put it up here, and then all of the expenses that you have,
Okay.
and then this way you'll be able to figure out what money you do have, and then you'll be able to like kind of plan out for every month.
Okay.
So then hopefully if you follow the budget, you'll have more savings, and that'll help you be able to pay everything off in the future. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and let you have that. And if you need help filling it out, so budgets usually take a little bit more information than what someone can pull off off the top of their head. So if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know, or
I will do that.
but they're pretty easy to figure out, and we can figure that out. Looking at stuff for last time when we had talked about volunteering, have you been able to find anything on that?
I forgot what I said about it.
Habitat and animal shelters.
Yes, I
Okay.
have. Okay, yes.
Okay.
On Saturdays of the first of the month,
Okay.
I do the shelter. It's just volunteer work. I clean the dog cages and walk them, do the cats and play with them and stuff for like an hour.
Okay. Is it the first Saturday of every month?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I meant, yeah.
You're good.
And then the Habitat for Humanity, I don't remember what I said about it, so I'm not sure, but let's hope that I have done stuff with that, so
Okay.
I have for sure.
Okay. And everything works out schedule-wise for... Okay, good. How is Is that's not too much for you for working
No.
and doing that?
Yeah, because I enjoy working with animals. It's therapeutic.
Good, great. That's awesome. You said you'll take the animals out and walk them.
And play with the cats.
That's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found any like favorites or anyone that you want to take home?
This little guy named Toby.
Aw, is it a cat?
It's a cat.
Cat?
Yep.
Ugh, that's fantastic. I love cats.
Me too.
Okay. And you were able to get in contact with Habitat.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and that's one that'll, as they get busier, coming into December, they're probably not too busy right now, right? Okay. For relationships and like figuring out how like to cope with stuff, seeing as like you've moved out, how is the relationship with your brother going?
Really well. He comes and visits a lot, which is really nice. Like after school, he'll come by.
Okay.
Before he goes home.
Good.
We'll play games. We'll play, music together. Whatever. We just do whatever together. Talk about stuff, which is really nice. He's kind of like a therapist, and I'm kind of like his therapist. So
that's good.
Works out.
That's good that you guys have that.
And my mom comes over sometimes too.
Okay.
So.
Cool. So you see them on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah. So it's almost like I'm living with them still, but not as annoying. Like not as like officially. Obviously.
You have that space in your own.
Yeah.
Your
so
own
that's
space.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, that's good that they're still there. Trying to skim through everything really fast. For figuring out how to like cope, we talked about looking into like different meditations and yoga. Were you still interested in that? Were you able to look anything up for it?
Yes, I was. I looked up a meditation class.
Okay. Were you able to go?
I have not gone yet.
Okay.
But I am interested, and I would try it soon.
Okay.
But it's kind of like a class, so you do have to pay for it. So I'm kind of just waiting to have enough money to be secure.
Yeah,
to do
that
it.
makes sense. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, because there's the different, did you look into any of there's like the deep breathing, because there is stuff that you can do at home.
Yeah, I did.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did find
Yeah,
that?
on Google. I looked that up, and it gave me a bunch of different websites, and it actually took me to the one the class. But
Okay.
so it gave you examples of like what to do. So like if I don't really get them, but if I ever have panic attacks, like tighten all your muscles. And then on the website it did say like breathing exercises and like hold it for a minute and let it go for a minute and then or 30 seconds or something like that or something like that. So.
Okay, and were they useful for you? Is it something that?
Yeah, if I ever feel like I'm gonna have a bad day or feel like my arm, whatever, it's not gonna work or whatever, I definitely do it and it helps a little bit. Kind of keep stability.
That's great. Okay. Yeah, those are something. Even if it's just like a stressful situation at the time, just remembering like how you're breathing and keeping track of that. So that's really great. Is the yoga something that you'd still be interested in?
Possibly, yes. Once I save up, a bunch, because yoga class is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So.
And yeah, that's definitely something that.
And in yoga, like equipment, like the yoga mat, like the ball, like the things that.
It takes a lot, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does.
Okay. Yeah, because I know we were just kind of like brainstorming different things, but I didn't know if you want to look at that. But it sounds like you found stuff that works for you, which is great. Awesome. Is there? I'm trying to think. So the meditation worked really well. Let's go back a little bit just to make sure we cover everything. For the like staying on top of the bills and just general, because your mom helped you stay on top of like schedules and everything.
Yeah.
Used to, right? Okay. and you're able to get back and forth to everything. Do you have a car? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And so has getting gas been a problem?
No, so how the car works is, it is my car. My mom helps me pay for the insurance a little bit. So she sends me a little less than half of the rent money and then a little bit of the insurance money. So we split it that way.
Okay.
So it helps me to kind of, it just helps when she helps me like that.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Driving's easy, it's fun. I like driving.
That's good, yeah.
It's therapeutic.
It is. So yeah, that does calm you down a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty common, yeah. Okay. And so she does help with insurance. Okay. Just making sure I have everything.
Yeah.
Paying attention. Okay. And you are putting money aside for the future.
For the year that she doesn't pay. So.
Good. Yes. And do you feel like you'll have enough with being able to? Because you've kind of seen for a while, like what the paychecks are and how much goes in there.
Yeah, I definitely think I'll have enough. Especially with,
Okay.
and I've been taking the bank suggestion of putting a little less or more than half of my paycheck, a little less than half of my paycheck,
Okay.
Away in savings. So, that's, like $100 or something because I work so much.
Awesome. Yeah, and that adds up quick, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's bi-weekly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you do, like, for groceries? How does...
I buy the groceries for myself, and I don't really require a lot of food. I don't normally go out to eat either.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I make my own food, and
Okay.
it's just healthier that way anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that definitely cuts down the cost when it's only one of you, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay. So let's kind of jump back to work for a little bit. Last time we talked, you and your manager had like a lot better relationship going on, and you told me that you were up for that promotion. How have things been?
Pretty good. The promotion was a really nice thing that my manager and I kind of talked about, and he went through it with me. But like I said, so now I don't just do one thing with the car. I do two things. So like I'm not really near being manager or anything like that, but that's my plan to get there.
Okay.
But he definitely is. He's working with me and helping me do the whole thing.
Okay, great. So you definitely are like following that plan to get
for sure,
to get up in management. That's awesome.
And he's basically just trying to help me get there. He's assisting me through it.
Okay. So yeah, he is working with you. Okay.
Wow, my name is on there a lot.
I know it's quite exciting. You said you're working pretty regularly.
Yes.
Does it change every week?
No,
is it
and
set schedule?
it is set schedule, which is really nice because I can plan every single thing.
Right.
So, so basically the way my manager and I set it up is it's kind of like school. So it's like 12 hours a day, sure. Working in the factory. So it's from 8 to whenever that is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really nice. But it is basically like school, so I treat it as school.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's nice to have that routine there.
Yeah, the routine helps a lot.
Okay, great. Having it be so regular like that, are you able, because clearly your boss is a lot more understanding now.
Yeah.
Is he willing, are you able like to take regular breaks if you need them? Like if you're in pain or something?
Yeah, he's really good about that now. I don't even remember what the issue was before that he was having with me. But we've talked it out, and he's definitely giving me, if I don't get a 30-minute break, I get two 15s, or sometimes he'll be nice. And if I'm, in pain or whatever, he'll give me 3 15s.
Okay.
Or a 30 and a 15. So
he's willing to like break it up more.
Yeah. And which is really nice because it is a long day.
Right. That would be a long day for anyone. That's
Yeah.
a lot of hours. Yeah. That's great that he's being like more understanding and willing to break that up for you if need be.
For sure.
Great. Is there anything else with work going on?
I don't think so.
Say it's pretty routine now, huh?
Pretty routine. Pretty good.
Okay. And then, so is volunteering only on the weekends then?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
And it only, like I said, it only takes up about like an hour or two of my time. So
Right.
I still have time to veg out if I want to.
which is
Or hang out with friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's definitely needed. When you and your friends do hang out, what do you guys usually do?
Anything. Cards, music, video games, TV, movies.
Okay. And do you guys hang out a lot?
Well, we all work. I take that back. We work 10-hour shifts, not 12-hour shifts. But we all work a lot, yeah. So it's usually never during the week. It's always during the weekend.
Okay.
But we do. It is fun at work. Like we all hang out at work together. So
Right. And that, I'm sure, definitely makes work a lot.
makes it a lot
Lot more
easier
fun.
to do. Yeah.
Okay. So sounds like everything's going a lot better. You're able to manage it.
Yeah.
It's definitely going good. How have you been able to handle the physical pain and physical symptoms from the cerebral palsy?
Really just the exercises and have really helped a lot with that.
Are you still going to physical therapy?
Yes.
Okay.
So that helps. And that's on weekends as well.
Okay.
So it's not as frequent as I'd maybe like it to be, but I really don't have time for, 3 days a week with my schedule. And I'm fine with that. It doesn't hurt that much, and I'm not having seizures or anything all the time. So it definitely helps.
Okay. So do you go both Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's early in the morning, which is fine with me, but it's early in the morning, so I can have the rest of the day for the volunteer and then the whatever else I do.
Yeah, that kind of makes you wake up early so you have the rest of the day there.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that because you've been doing physical therapy for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since you've moved out, you didn't used to do it. You used to do it 3 days a week?
Yes.
Okay. And so you backed it up, and it is still working for you. Do you think that maybe down the road, with working so many hours, that if you need to do a third day a week, that's possible?
I think it is if I talk to my manager, and if I really need it, I'll figure something out with my manager. But
Okay.
It takes 45 to an hour maybe for a session with a physical therapist.
Okay.
So it's quick because I've been doing it for so long.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of routine stuff that we do. So maybe on one of my breaks I could go or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, just so long as, in case something were to come up,
Yeah.
that if you were able to, or if you need to, that you're able.
Yeah.
So it's just something to kind
And
of think
he
about.
knows. We have an agreement about it. But I have to let him know if, a day in advance or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And that sounds good. Does your therapist give you stuff to do at home? Do you have exercises you have to do at home?
Yeah. So before I go to bed and when I wake up every morning, I have a little exercise that I do.
Okay. So about twice. Do you do them any more than twice a day? Or is that okay?
If I'm really hurting, then yeah. But if I'm not, then no.
Okay. Great. So the pain is pretty good.
Yeah.
That is a good thing. So you have made a lot of progress, especially moving in, and
Yeah.
has there been any big struggle that you faced?
Maybe kind of realizing that I'm growing up. That's kind of a big struggle for me. Just because it's wow, this is happening. But and then when you go to bed at night, you're just like, oh heck yeah, it's happening.
Yes, it's
So,
a good feeling.
Yeah.
When you think about when that scared, because even as an adult, a fully grown adult, which I don't think anyone is ever considered a
No.
fully grown adult, but that's can be scary for anyone. What are some kind of thoughts that go through your head?
Well, I know for sure that my mom has my back. Even in the next year when I'm paying for my own bills.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. That she's gonna help me if I really need it. I'll just have to pay her back, which is fine. I'm willing to do that. So I mean, it's been, there are times where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is so scary.
Right.
But
Okay. And what do you do when you hit, like, when those thoughts come to you? What are the steps that you take to kind of like
the deep breathing, really, or
Okay.
driving.
Okay, and so that's, well, good. I'm glad that you're, like, able to utilize those and find
Yeah.
good use of them. That's fantastic.
Or I'll even just like call my mom and be like, hey, how are you doing? So it's just kind of like a nice reminder of, there's still people in my life that really can help me if I need it and stuff like that too.
Well,
So
good.
that helps, yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that she's
Mm-hmm.
willing to help is one thing that's fantastic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the fact that, like, you're able to call her and that'll
Mm-hmm.
work.
Automatically help.
Yeah, that helps. That's a good thing. Okay. Trying to think if there's is there anything that you feel that you can work on? In that I mean, like, so for work you've obviously come so far. That's awesome. For like any skills that you are like, oh, or any new hobbies that like you want to pick up or
Yeah, so I mean, I've been interested in music my whole life, so I would think I would like to learn the guitar and stuff like that.
Okay.
Learn drums, something like that. Learn
Yeah.
instruments. New hobbies though, besides music. I mean, the reason why I wanted to do Habitat for Humanity is because I like to build things.
Mm-hmm.
I like being constructive, so that would be nice to maybe do like I'm not in school, so it's not like a shop class, but
Yeah.
have maybe like a group or something that gets together and I don't know, build something or something like that. So really, just anything I can kind of get my hands on, like video games a lot. But I have to be careful with video games I play, just because like I can't play video games with a lot of like flashing lights.
Mm-hmm. And that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I have to stay away from like super like intense like all those interesting ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a select few that I really enjoy that I can play, so that's really nice.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So that's about it though, hobby wise.
Yeah. Is there? Do you already play guitar now? Like, do you know?
I kind of do, but not as much as I'd like to learn.
Okay.
So I'd like to learn a lot more than I already know. But I don't know how to play drums, no.
Okay. And that's one that you do want to know. Okay, that's so cool. Have you ever like done any music? How did you learn how to play guitar? Did you just like teach
Taught
yourself?
myself. Yes.
There you go.
I taught myself.
That's so cool. So you just like have that natural skill there to
Yes.
be able to pick up on that. That's so great. So yeah, you can definitely like kind of get into it a little bit more and
Yeah, that'd be cool to do.
yeah, that would be a good thing, especially with like time management and kind of just growing different skills and becoming.
Right.
That'd be cool. There was something else that I just completely forgot about. Okay. I'll think of it. So then, looking at our next meeting, was there anything else that like you have questions on or that you wanted to talk
No, I think everything is going great.
about? Okay.
Yes.
Good. All right. Then just kind of looking ahead for when we next meet, let's say that for the next time you kind of going back through everything. We'll have worked on, like maybe looking into learning more about like the different hobbies, okay? And kind of maybe not necessarily looked at different meditations or like other things. Because if you obviously have things that work for you, stick with those.
Right, yeah.
But just like if something comes up and like something starts to not work,
Right.
definitely have something for that. You said you'll have the promotion in the next 4 weeks, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll check in when we meet next time about the promotion, see how that's going. That's exciting.
Okay, heck yeah.
And what do you know? What you're adding one more task, right?
Yes.
Okay. And have they already told you what it is? Is that
Yes.
still okay?
So right now, what I do is I put the seats in the car. Like
Okay.
I make them go in the car. But now I'm also going to be installing, what are they called? I think steering wheels.
Okay.
And making sure that they're right fit and all that stuff for the car. And everything's, not broken.
Yes, that's important.
Very.
That's very important. Okay. So that's nice that you already know going into it what it is, and so then we'll talk about that next time we meet. And kind of figure out if anything has to change.
Okay.
Definitely look at, consider what happens if you do have to do more physical therapy, because that is a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And that's always a chance if you have to. That's great that like your boss is willing to work with you on that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like you specifically want to like, any goal that you want to work on?
Maybe budgeting a little better.
Budgeting a little better, okay. And yeah, let's say that maybe you work on like putting together that budget that we had talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll have that for next time. And if you want to bring that back in, just like show me like what you have done and how everything looks, and then we can kind of go from there and see, like look at financing and everything.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, so yeah, you'll go ahead and do that, and then that sounds awesome. Well, I will see you next time then.
Heck yeah.
All right, you have a great day.
You too.